ya, tentang hal ini bukan hanya Mat Saleh ya, namun orang-orang seperti saya juga pasti akan merasakan. Bukan hanya Mat Saleh saja ya, namun orang seperti saya jangan ditanya lagi untuk hal itu guys ya, sudah tidak perlu diragukan lagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Selamat datang, selamat berkunjung kembali ke Indra SFN di sini. Apa kabar teman-teman semua di sana? Di hari weekend ini saya selalu mendoakan semoga kita semua dalam keadaan sehat, dalam keadaan baik-baik saja, dan segala bentuk aktivitas kita, wisata kita semoga diberikan kemudahan dan kelancaran. Amin. Oke guys, di sini ya, karena juga dalam keadaan weekend, saya sedang berlibur bersama keluarga besar saya guys ya. Di belakang tuh ada anak dan istri saya. Saya sekarang ya tidak seperti biasanya, yaitu yang mana biasa saya itu di studio, dan sekarang saya berada di kamar hotel ya guys ya, karena memang dalam keadaan berlibur. Nah, di sini saya sempatkan waktu untuk apa guys ya, mereaksi, karena saya melihat ada salah satu konten ya, atau salah satu video yang menarik minat saya untuk segera mereaksinya guys ya. Tentang hal apakah itu? Oke, di sini yang membuat saya penasaran yaitu adalah tentang kejadian atau cerita dari Mat Saleh. Jadi Mat Saleh ini datang ke negara Malaysia ya. Nah, di sini dia merasakan hal-hal atau kejadian-kejadian yang belum pernah dia rasakan di negaranya ya guys ya. Nah, itu memang hal-hal yang tidak biasa yang dilakukan oleh orang-orang Malaysia. Namun Mat Saleh ini berjanji untuk membawa kebiasaan-kebiasaan orang Malaysia ini ke negaranya. Nah, ini guys, di sini ya yang membuat saya penasaran, sebenarnya kebiasaan apa sih yang membuat Mat Saleh yang ada di negara Malaysia itu tertarik dan membawa kebiasaan tersebut kembali ke negaranya saat mereka pulang. Oke, sebelum kita mereaksi video itu, alangkah baiknya bagi Anda yang belum support, silahkan kalian dukung dulu channel ini dengan mengklik tombol subscribe dan aktifkan notifikasi bel agar tidak ketinggalan update video terbaru dari channel ini. Dan langsung saja kita mereaksinya. Ternyata kebiasaan apa sih yang dimaksud oleh Mat Saleh yang satu ini? Jom kita reaksi.
I have been to Malaysia 3 times, and one of those times we stayed for over 1 year. And every time we leave Malaysia, after a little while of being home, we start to miss a lot of things. Well, on this trip, we decided to do something about this problem. We have chosen 9 items from Malaysia to take home with us this time, and I'll be showing you those 9 things in this video. But I'm also going to be talking about 2 things we're not taking back with us, and I'll explain why in this video. My name is Ryan, my wife Emily and I are the Snail Travelers. Peanut candy. I'm going to start with one of our favorite Malaysian snacks. If you like peanuts, then you will like this candy, I promise you. Look at how many peanuts they put into these little candy bars. Back in the US, we have a candy called peanut brittle. It's similar, but peanut brittle has less peanuts and more of the sugary substance that binds the peanuts together. The peanut candy here in Malaysia is so much better if you ask me. We spent 2 months in Ipoh the last time we were in Malaysia, and almost every day there would be a long line of people waiting to buy this stuff at one of the factories. We saw people buying probably 100 bags, I think to give as gifts to family and friends, especially around the time of the Chinese New Year. So yeah, we are bringing a bag of this candy home with us. We'll save it for a very special occasion. We spent 6 ringgit or about $1.50 for a 250 gram bag that we bought at a supermarket in Kuching. Bow tea. Malaysia is home to several tea plantations up in the highlands area, and these are fantastic to visit not just to try out the delicious tea that is produced here, but also because of the beauty and the scenery. One of the more well-known plantations up in Cameron Highlands is the Bow Tea Plantation, which we visited on March 17th, 2020. And by the way, guess what happened the next day on March 18th, 2020? Yep, you guessed it, Malaysia went into a Movement Control Order Lockdown, or MCO, almost everything closed down, there was no transportation, and we couldn't leave for 3 months. But wow, if you have to be stranded somewhere, this would be the perfect place, don't you think? Especially if you love tea.
Guys, tadi sudah dibahas, ini baru 2 saja guys ya. Baru 2 yang membuat orang asing di Malaysia itu ya merasa suka dengan keadaan yang dia rasakan. Yang pertama itu apa ya, semacam makanan, kalau nggak salah peanut candy ya guys ya. Tapi kalau saya salah mohon dibenarkan di kolom komentar ya guys ya. Peanut candy itu membuat bule ini memang tergila-gila dengan salah satu kuliner yang ada di sana. Yang kedua ini adalah teh ya guys ya. Nah, ini satu kabar yang menarik ya. Baru hanya 2 saja dibahas ya. Ya, teh dan juga peanut candy. Belum lagi kita bahas tentang hal-hal lainnya, termasuk kuliner yang begitu banyak, begitu bervariasi yang ada di Malaysia. Oke, kita lanjutkan video ini. Like.
And that is why we are bringing some of this tea home with us on this trip. It's another item that is easy to pack, only costs 5 ringgit 50 cent or just over $1, and we're looking forward to having a small supply of this tea with us back home. Sugar crackers. Another snack we have enjoyed in Malaysia when we want a little treat are sugar crackers. Back home, crackers are almost always salty, while cookies are the sugary snack of choice. So when we saw sugar crackers, we gave them a try. You should try them too. They are like saltines but with sugar instead of salt. We paid 2.5 ringgit or about 50 US cents for the small pack to take home. Batik. Let's take a break from food just for a minute. More food soon, I promise you. Batik is a type of cloth or fabric that is dyed using wax that is applied to the cloth. We were so impressed by this fabric that we decided to take a class so that we could learn how to create our own batik designs. We took this class in Penang the last time we were in Malaysia. It was our last activity after spending a year in the country, and it was a great way to end our time. And we got to take our creations home with us. Google Rosanna's Batik Workshop Penang to sign up for this class. We highly recommend it to you. Romley Burgers. My favorite burger in the entire world is in Malaysia, the Romley Burger. You can buy these burger patties in the frozen food section all over the grocery stores here in Malaysia. But why am I even buying these in the grocery store anyway when I can get them cooked from the street vendors?
Oke guys, tadi dibahas di peringkat ketiga, dia bahas tentang crackers ya guys, sugar crackers ya guys ya. Nah, ini terlihat seperti makanan klasik ya, di Indonesia juga ada makanan tersebut. Namun dia lebih tertarik dengan yang ada di Malaysia ya. Nah, yang kedua itu dia bahas terkait tentang batik. Nah, ini menarik guys ya, karena selain dari Indonesia, orang Malaysia itu juga memproduksi batik yang berbeda, coraknya berbeda bentuknya. Nah, di sini yang jadi bahan pertanyaan saya guys, apakah batik tadi yang dalam video itu dilukis atau dicetak guys? Karena kalau dilukis pasti sangat banyak cara kerjanya ya guys ya. Dan yang kemudian itu adalah burger Romley. Nah, burger Romley ini tentu tidak perlu dipertanyakan lagi, semua orang sudah tahu ya guys ya bagaimana rasanya dan kualitasnya.
That have a huge variety of toppings, usually egg, cheese, lettuce, cucumber, lots of types of sauces. And as you can probably guess, I won't be taking home frozen burger patties on the airplane, and this item falls under the I wish I could take home but can't category. We'll need to come back to Malaysia again. We didn't think to bring some home last time. In fact, I don't think we even realized how much we liked these things until we got home and couldn't eat them anymore. These pineapple tarts are delicious and addicting little bite-sized buttery pastries that are filled with a pineapple jam in the center. In Ipoh, we saw these being freshly made, which of course is the best way to get them. On this trip, we had to be satisfied with the grocery store brand, but hey, they are still absolutely fabulous. They cost 12 ringgit or a little under $4 for a container. And even though it does take up a little bit of space in our luggage, there is no hesitation in bringing a pack home. Curry powder. We have a friend who sometimes makes a curry dish for us when we go to her apartment for dinner, and it turns out she lived in Malaysia in the 1970s, and the curry powder that she uses comes from Malaysia. So she asked us to get her more of this curry powder. The curry powder is different from other curry powders because it has elements from Malay, Indian, and Chinese spices combined together. This curry powder comes in a few different varieties. Our friend wanted the hot and spicy variety, and we got the meat variety for ourselves. The bigger 125-gram bag costs 3 ringgit or about 75 cents. White coffee. White coffee is yet another item that we were introduced to during our 2 months in Ipoh. Old Town White Coffee is a Malaysian restaurant chain that specializes in, you guessed it, white coffee, which is a coffee made from beans roasted in margarine.
Dan ini guys, ya, ini sudah beberapa dia beritahu kepada saya lewat video ini. Dan bule ini mengaku ya, dia sendiri yang mengakui bahwa apa saja yang baru saja dia rasakan dan ia katakan di sini, itu membuat dia ketagihan di Malaysia. Dan dia janji guys, untuk membawa pulang hal ini ke negaranya. Ini adalah kejujuran dari Mat Saleh ini guys ya.
And mixed with sweetened condensed milk. So, one day when we were in Kuching, Malaysia, we were leaving the grocery store and an employee saw that we were going to be walking home, so he gave us, for free, an insulated bag to keep our refrigerated and frozen items cold. Then, as we were leaving the store, he gave us another bag with some free gifts. One of the things in the bag were some packets of white coffee. This man at the grocery store is just one of many examples of the kindness of the Malaysian people. Maggie Noodle Cup. We love these noodle cups. We can get instant noodle cups everywhere in the world, but this chicken-flavored Maggie Noodle Cup is different. I think there is something about the little seasoning pack that makes it so much better. When we were in lockdown in Cameron Highlands, we only had access to 99 Speed Mart and 7-Eleven for groceries, so we ate a lot of these noodle cups. They are a little bulky in our luggage, and they sell these individual bags.
Mohon maaf nih guys ya, saya sampaikan kepada teman-teman semua, apabila kalau ada pembahasan terkait tentang makanan ini, yaitu adalah Maggie. Saya itu teringat saat saya sedang berada di Mindin ya guys ya, untuk berbelanja perlengkapan oleh-oleh ya guys ya. Entah mengapa kalau saya mendengar atau melihat saja Maggie ini, saya langsung terbayang dengan Mindin ya. Oke, kita lanjut.
Which are less bulky than the cups, but the seasoning with the bags seems to be a little different. We like the cups better. Each cup costs 2 or 3 ringgit or around 50 US cents. Maggie seasoning cubes. Let's continue with the same chicken flavor theme here. These Maggie seasoning cubes are perfect for recipes that require chicken bouillon. And they are small, don't take up much space in our luggage. A 6-pack costs the equivalent of about 30 US cents. Durian. So, if you know anything about durian, then I'm sure you figured out that this is something we would not take home with us. First of all, this Southeast Asian fruit is huge. One fruit can weigh up to 3 kilograms. But more importantly, this fruit smells horrible. Unless you like to smell a 100-year-old man's stinky feet, then you might like how it smells. In fact, it smells so bad that it's banned on public transportation, elevators, taxis, and hotels in Malaysia. We can buy things like dried durian or durian chocolate, but no, some things in Malaysia have to stay in Malaysia. Friendships.
Guys, ya, kalau membahas tentang hal ini, ya tentang hal ini bukan hanya Mat Saleh ya, namun orang-orang seperti saya juga pasti akan merasa ketagihan ya guys ya. Yap, durian ya. Siapa saja pasti suka dengan aromanya yang begitu kuat dan dilarang di mana-mana termasuk di taksi, hotel dan lain sebagainya ya. Oke, kita
Then memories. Yeah, I know this sounds cheesy, but it's true. I saved the best for last. The friendships we made with so many Malaysian people is the most important and most special thing that we'll always have wherever we are in the world. From the people we met on the street, the people we met at the bus stops, the Airbnb hosts, the tour guides, the people we met all over the country in the 11 Malaysian states that we have visited, the Malaysian people are so friendly to us, and that's how we'll know that we'll be returning to Malaysia many times in the future. Thank you and terima kasih.
Dan itu guys, ternyata yang membuat Mat Saleh ini begitu sangat tergila-gila dan juga ketagihan dengan apa yang telah dia rasakan di Malaysia. Bukan hanya kuliner saja guys ya, namun dengan keramahan orang Malaysia ini tentu akan ditiru bagaimana adab budaya orang timur tercermin dengan kebiasaan orang-orang Malaysia yang murah senyum. Dan juga bukan hanya itu guys ya, bahkan makanan dan minuman termasuk durian bukan hanya Mat Saleh saja ya, namun orang seperti saya jangan ditanya lagi. Untuk hal itu guys ya, sudah tidak perlu diragukan lagi, saya sangat menyukainya guys, yaitu durian. Siapa saja pasti suka, walaupun aroma di dalam ruangan itu akan semakin pekat, namun semakin kuat rasa durian itu ya, semakin sangat orang menyukainya. Apalagi musangking guys, tidak perlu ditanyakan lagi untuk hal itu. Dan banyak lagi yang membuat Mat Saleh itu begitu sangat tenang, sangat nyaman, tidak ingin pulang lagi. Bahkan jika ingin pulang lagi ke kampung halamannya, kebiasaan-kebiasaan orang Malaysia tentu akan terbawa-bawa ke kampung halaman mereka itu guys ya. Nah, begitu hal-hal positif yang diciptakan, yang masuk meresap ke dalam hati mereka orang-orang Mat Saleh itu guys ya. Karena kebaikan ini, aura positif tentu membawa juga hal atau dampak positif kepada lingkungan yang ada ya guys ya. Termasuk dampak ini telah dirasakan oleh Mat Saleh kebanyakan. Jadi mereka bahkan kebanyakan tidak ingin pulang, atau jika ingin pulang mereka akan menularkan kebaikan orang-orang Malaysia kepada orang-orang terdekat mereka. Dan itulah yang terjadi. Oke, lagi semakin tadi video aku. Semoga video ini bermanfaat bagi kita semua, dan aku mohon undur diri, mohon maaf jika ada kesalahan dan kekurangan, dan aku akhiri. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.